The last luxury handbag I bought was about 3 years ago, and it was the Hermes Kelly Soulier 25. Since then, I've only been downsizing and selling rather than buying more luxury handbags. I know this is hardly a remarkable life achievement, but considering I used to buy a few Chanel handbags every year, this is actually quite a transformation for me. In this video, I want to share with you why I've stopped buying designer handbags, at least for now. First of all, as much as I wanted to say I am disciplined and intentional, I cannot deny the simple fact that I'm generally not surrounded by a lot of temptations in my daily life. No one in my social circle is that interested in designer handbags. We also live quite a distance away from the city, and the closest designer shopping area is about 40 minutes away. Recently, we went to London for a family trip, and it really reminded me of how exciting city life can be and how temptations are everywhere. The last time we went was about 4.5 years ago. My husband and I used to go every year, and each time we would drop by Harrods to do some designer shopping. This time, however, our schedule was packed with family activities, so I decided to leave shopping out. However, just being in a very vibrant and busy city felt different. It was like my willpower was being tested. For example, I saw a lot more people carrying designer handbags, and just seeing certain handbags in person sparked my interest. I remember seeing a lady carrying a Gucci mini handbag, which I was never interested in before, but after seeing that handbag on that lady, I found myself looking up the Gucci handbag and checking out the different sizes and prices. In case you're wondering, I'm not against living in the city, but I do think our surroundings can really affect the way we live and spend. In my case, a quiet and simple lifestyle has certainly helped me to stay consistent with my low-buy routine because overall, there are a lot less FOMO, noise, and temptations. Similarly, another reason I've stopped buying designer handbags has a lot to do with the way I use social media. I find that the kind of content I expose myself to really influences the way I think and the way I spend. Especially on YouTube, you'll find that once you've watched something, the algorithm will pick that up and you start seeing more and more recommendations about that topic. So you really do need to be quite intentional with the way you navigate social media. In my case, I find that when I watch videos about minimalism and intentional living, I always feel really inspired to keep my spendings in check, and I even find satisfaction from not spending. On the other hand, other content tends to make me feel anxious, and I always end up having a lot of FOMO. The thing is though, if you just go with the flow, you might not even be aware that social media has such a big impact on you, but trust me, it does. Back then, when I watched a lot of unboxing videos, sometimes I would come across a Chanel handbag that I really like, and immediately I would pick up the phone to call every Chanel store in the country to try to reserve a Chanel handbag for myself. Eventually, I decided, why test myself and my willpower? So now I prefer to stay in my Zen digital space. Another reason I've stopped buying designer handbags for a while is because I feel like I'm finally at peace with my luxury handbag collection. I don't feel like there's any specific element missing, and I've pretty much covered all bases. So buying anything else on top is just a bonus. Having said all that, I sometimes do wonder if handbag obsession is something you eventually grow out of, and so I'm probably just going through that very transition myself. But I'm not kidding when I say I used to see shopping as a hobby, and buying expensive handbags used to be a big part of that hobby. Luckily for me, that obsession has somehow faded away and I'm no longer that crazy bag lady anymore. Doing no buy for designer handbags really hasn't been that challenging for me because I now don't find many new handbag designs to be that exciting. There are some designs I kind of like, but it's been a long time since I came across anything that made me want to run to the store to try it on. Again, I'm not entirely sure if that's because I've just lost that handbag fever myself, or maybe the new designs are actually not that appealing. For example, Chanel came out with the heart bag a few months ago. I thought it was interesting and very adorable, but I also knew straight away it's not for me. Same goes with the Prada Clio bag, the Chanel 19, the Louis Vuitton multi-pochette accessoire, and many other best-selling it handbags. In the past, I often had to actively talk myself out of a purchase, but now I really don't find many new handbag designs to be that irresistible. I must say, luxury price increases have also made it easy for me to stop buying designer handbags. Chanel and Louis Vuitton, for example, have been increasing their prices like crazy in the last few years. I know inflation is a fact of life, but the way they are adjusting their prices is beyond my comprehension. Interestingly, even though the price increases have been so drastic, the demand is still there and people are still buying. So in a way, these luxury brands have the permission to keep going up with their prices. The small Chanel classic flap, for example, went from £2,500 10 years ago to £6,500 today, which represents an increase of 160%. But Chanel clearly has no plan whatsoever to slow down. And this is not just happening with Chanel. Balenciaga, YSL, and other luxury brands are doing the same. But the increases might be more subtle and they also don't get as much media coverage. In my case, I've been slowing down with my spending and shopping anyway because of minimalism. But I feel like I'm now even more aware of luxury price increases, seeing we are going through some serious inflation right now. It would be really irresponsible of me to say to you, right, just buy whatever handbag you like because you deserve it. I mean, let's be honest here. If you have bills to pay like I do, it's always good to stay grounded. In fact, please let me know if this crazy inflation has affected the way you spend on luxury handbags and everything else. Have you maybe cancelled your gym membership and opted for running instead because it's free? Are you looking for cheaper alternatives for your skincare? Or maybe buying designer handbags is the one way you treat yourself, and so you have no plan to remove it from your budget. No judgment here. I just want to see how everyone is dealing with this economy downturn. Some of you might say, well, seeing price increases will never stop anyway. Wouldn't it be a good idea to buy all the classic pieces because why pay more later on? In my opinion, if you are very sure about buying a certain designer handbag and it makes sense financially to do it right now, then maybe you should go for it. But what I personally wouldn't do is buying a Chanel classic flap or an Hermes Birkin, not for personal enjoyment, but solely with the intention to make a profit in the future. Because the truth is, selling your own Chanel is never as straightforward as making a purchase in the Chanel store. Besides, keeping a lot of expensive things in your home also means you are carrying a lot of personal liability. It might be a completely different story if you happen to own a reselling business or a website. But if you're just an average seller, I really don't think it's worth the effort. I'm actually really glad that I now have quite a casual relationship with expensive designer handbags. It has certainly worked in my favor both emotionally and financially. So around Christmas time in 2020, I had some money saved up and I thought if I had a bag offer for an Hermes Birkin 25, I would go for it. But the bag offer never came, which wasn't a surprise because I didn't have a purchase history that year. But then I did some research and I decided to use that money to invest in some Hermes stocks instead. Between then and now, there's already a whopping increase of 57%, and that is without buying a Birkin bag to resell or spending a lot on purchase history. I am by no means giving any investment advice. This is just to show you how I'm looking at money, shopping, and spending from quite a different lens now. So those are the reasons I've stopped buying designer handbags for now. Let me know if you can relate to anything I've mentioned in this video. Thank you for being here today, and I will see you in the comment section.